Here, prisoners were served food that looked almost Michelin-grade. Gourmet dishes were prepared every day. This place was considered one of the most high-profile prisons in the world. But the strangest part wasn't the menu. It was the structure itself. The prison was built vertically. A massive shaft ran from the top all the way down, with hundreds of floors stacked beneath each other. Nobody knew how deep it went. Nobody knew how many people lived inside. Every day, a large platform covered with food would be lowered from the top, stopping briefly on each floor. 2 prisoners lived on every level, waiting as if something precious was descending from the sky. But the truth was brutal. The people on the upper floors would devour everything, leaving almost nothing for the ones below. By the time the platform reached the lower levels, all that remained were scraps, dirt, and whatever the top floors had thrown away. On the 68th floor, an old prisoner prepared himself as the platform arrived. He loosened his belt, knelt down, and said, "This position helps me eat more." The moment the platform stopped, he lunged forward and shoveled whatever he could into his mouth. His new cellmate, Evan, stared in disbelief. "Is this even edible?" he asked. The old man didn't respond. He simply kept eating every bit of the filthy leftovers. "This is our only chance," he finally said. "Either eat or starve." Disgusted, Evan picked up a single apple and slipped it into his pocket. But as soon as the platform descended, the temperature inside the cell shot up. The old man looked at him and said, "You stole food, didn't you? The room won't stabilize until you throw it back." Evan panicked and tossed the apple. Instantly, the temperature returned to normal. The next day, the same thing happened. The platform came down with scraps, and the old man calmly ate. Evan asked, "What did the people below us survive on?" The old man shrugged. "I've been as high as the 132nd floor, but below us, no one knows. Everyone has their own trick to stay alive." When Evan asked what crime brought him here, the old man laughed. "I trusted TV shopping. They said I could buy something worth $998 for. Just $8 turned out to be a scam. I threw the TV in anger. The knife that came with it flew out and killed someone. So here I am." By the 3rd day, Evan's own hunger started clawing at him. He tried a bean dipped in leftover pickle. Slowly, he began eating the scraps too. The two eventually got used to the routine, almost like a father and son surviving together. Then, one day, something unexpected happened. A woman was sitting on the platform. Evan asked if she was okay, but the old man warned him not to interfere. Evan ignored him, stepped forward, and tried to help her, only to realize she wasn't an ordinary prisoner. Time passed. Then came the shift, the day everyone was moved to a new floor. Gas filled the rooms, knocking every prisoner unconscious. When Evan woke up, he found himself tied to the bed. The old man stood over him and said, "We're on floor 171 now. Nothing reaches here. I'm old. I can't survive without food. If nothing comes for 8 days, I'll have to rely on you." "I've done it before," Evan shouted, calling it inhuman. But 8 days passed. The platform stayed empty. The old man, driven mad by hunger, picked up a knife and began cutting flesh from Evan's leg. At that moment, the same mysterious woman arrived. She smashed a wine bottle over the old man's head and stabbed him in the neck. She remembered how Evan had helped her, and this was her repayment. She freed him, gave him the knife, and left that Evan had changed. In this prison, kindness had a price. Survival demanded blood, and now, holding the knife, he finished what the woman had started. Sometimes, the harshest places force people to repay kindness in the only way they can.